Marty, when this series hits 88 episodes, you're going to see some serious shit. Great Scott, this is heavy. Yes, okay, enough with the Back to the Future. It's not quite the 21st of October 2015, but it is the 88th episode of the Chesterfield of Dreams, and today I have a Christmas period episode with Middlesbrough at home to Chesterfield on the 28th of December, and it's going to be an important game for us because we're basically right behind them in the Premier League with Europa League football very much on the agenda again. You can see a win here will get us above Middlesbrough with the game in hand to add further pressure to the Borough. But the likes of Swansea and Arsenal not too far away, and maybe even Chelsea are within our radar because they've all played 18 games, and it's a full catalogue of games as well. Keep that in mind. The likes of Man City, Sheffield United and Sunderland will hopefully leave them behind. We can concentrate fully on the top five if at best. Everton in the relegation zone after committing too much resources into the Champions League. It's just ridiculous how they're doing. But we've got a huge task in our hands here. We play Middlesbrough just 2 days after our Brighton game. But here's a look at all the most recent results since we last met, which was of course this 4-1 win. Hull City, a really disappointing result because we came into this game full of confidence and we blew it, losing 2-1 by taking the lead no less. But Tom Ince and Enzo Rocco scored twice in quick succession to bury our hopes. We should have got a draw, but it wasn't to be. We put Maritimo out of the Europa League despite giving away an early own goal. Their small Estadio de Tapadinha didn't provide a hostile environment, and despite having to take all 90 minutes to secure a victory, it was a dominant victory nonetheless, and I was proud to take that one. And that leaves Europa League looking like this. We play Celtic in the first knockout round with the potential to play Chelsea in the second knockout round. That's a big ask, but you can see here Dynamo Kiev beat Martimo to take the second qualifying spot, and out of curiosity they play Lyon, so that's good that we avoided a club like that. But Celtic all the way down here, that's going to be real slobber knockers. It's a Battle of Britain, as you'd expect. It should be a very fun occasion, but we'll wait until February for that. We move on now to a great home victory against Sheffield United. Another 3 goals in the bag. Tomas Forza unfortunately picked up a minor injury here, but it was Yair Messa, Dial Fry and Ronnie Pinho putting us 3-0 up and cruising. But we did give away a sloppy goal to Taxiarchus Funtas late on. And then another away defeat, just really poor. Watford gave us a clinic, and they deserved to win this game. I would have liked to see a goal, but it wasn't to be. It was Johan Leberton and Milorad Jurcic who won the game for the Hornets. And then Brighton and Hove Albion, a very tight game against the team you'd expect to beat, but we did deserve to win, no question. And it was Sean Kavanagh's free kick that got the job done. So now we have to avoid losing away from home again. If you want to check out our away form, it looks like this. We've won 3 times and lost 4 times on the road, 1 draw, and in comparison our home record is starting to improve with 6 wins and 3 defeats. But the odds of catching Manchester United and Newcastle are very slim, so let's just try and focus on this crucial game against Middlesbrough and try and get the job done. See you there. Fair play to Middlesbrough in true festive spirit. They've gone for the Christmas tree 4-3-2-1, whereas I'm sticking with the 4-2-3-1 wide. Good news for Michael Henning, he's back from injury, as is Henrik Gulden. Lenihan, Hoogland, Reeves, Bamboletta, and a debut for my on-loan Dutch keeper Neil Schmilders. They'll be my defence. Loftus-Cheek, in possibly one of his final games for the club, will be partnering Brian Boring. Ashley Watson is in the centre attacking mid place. Tom Bertram on the right, and then of course Henning is up front, just back from injury. Not quite 100% fit, but it'll have to do for the bumper period. Lots of football needs to be played, and not much time for rest either. So now let's try and get this victory at the Riverside Stadium. It's very important that we get something out of this game, because we could put Middlesbrough on the back foot if we take all 3 points here, and then we can carry on battling for Europe. Oh, I forgot to turn on the sound, excuse me. There's always something, isn't there? But anyway, Palmer finds Fury in space, back to O'Leary and Borrega, the lone striker, already with a chance, but he's been dispossessed. And Denier is injured. That's very early to be having an injury, but it happens. Injuries are one of the few things that doesn't have a bias. It just picks on anybody at any time, depending on how fit or unfit you are. But there you go, really unlucky for Middlesbrough. And already Manchester City have taken the lead against Swansea. It's a good result for us if we win, because I'd love to overtake Swansea as soon as possible. As things stand, we are behind Middlesbrough, and we need to get a goal very soon. Lenihan's bullet throw in is caught by Walton. Even though we're good on possession, we haven't created any chances until now, but we need a second one to get our nerves reduced. Here's Watson, simple low pass. Goulden back to Bemboletta. The Frenchman keeps it in, and Goulden wins a corner. Not bad at all. And we need Bertram on this one. Donaldson clears. It's Goulden, and Walton's able to keep it out. It was right on the line, that one, but it was never going to be awarded as a goal. It was well saved. Tom Bertram releases heading, and Goulden in the roof of the net. It stands, and who else but Henrik Goulden? He's really having his best season so far. We're into 7th place, just a point behind the stricken Swansea, who are losing, of course. Now we need to get on the ball and score again. How about Henrik Goulden? Goes backwards to his left back. Loftus-Cheek and Bertram, and heading. Great single-handed save by Walton. But it's all about the spy right so far. A complete opposite to how we usually fare against Middlesbrough. Until, of course, our winning streak ended. They're usually able to get the better of us. But that's a free kick. And concentration will be appreciated now. But we're going to try and go more expressive. Back to Lenihan's on the right. Hoogland and Boring. Goulden, easy enough save, not great. Just about heading into the half an hour point. Husband to Borriga and Fury. Good tackle. O'Leary, easy enough for Smulders. It'd be great for him to keep clean sheet. I haven't used him at all apart from one League Cup game, but it definitely will help him out if he keeps these shots out. Goal Watford against Leeds. Doesn't matter to me really, but if you're a Leeds fan, you're probably feeling a little bit glum with the real dealings with your club after today. And looks to be Watford victory in that one. It's cool, cleared back to him, and that's a tame effort really. He went for too much power there. Not very smart. We now head into additional time. And that's a decent first time shot, but we now have a full team talk to give, and my opinion is that we can do better, but it's good so far. Defenders have done okay, apart from Frank Reeves, who seems to be out of form, but now will be a good day to improve that. But Michael Henning's ricocheted shot was easy enough for Henrik Goulden to convert, but a much better into this first half for Middlesbrough, and we have to prevent that from happening this time. Tom Bertram, good tackle, back to Loftus-Cheek, and another good tackle. So we'll have to keep plugging away, work for this victory. And cool set piece, only as far as Pojanginho, I couldn't read his name, Pojanpalo, excuse me, and that's a poor corner. Can we get that? No. Loose ball. Good block. And that's a throw in for the Barrow. Concentration, please. That'd be ideal. They've made their second substitution, and the 60-minute mark is almost here, so I'll be making a substitution. Near enough, a boring interception, and Goulden couldn't quite finish the chance. It was a bad bounce for Cool, and it should have been a goal really for Goulden. And now that's 3 substitutions made by the home side, so we're going to mark up any attackers that they may have brought on. And of course they have 6 midfielders, or they 5 midfielders in the narrow formation. So Newton, he's marked up. Adrian Lee, he's a little tired, but he's a striker, so we'll mark him. Won't go too hard on him, but that's fine. And then we'll make our own substitution. Watson's had a poor game. don't approve of that really, so I'm going to pick yeah, I think we'll go for Davies. That'll be an alright substitution. Then we'll have to put him up front, wouldn't we? Henning, yeah, he can't really play there, so we'll put Davies as the attacking advanced forward, and Henning can provide support. And then we might bring Goulden and Bertrand backwards, but no, I'm not in any rush really. So there you go, one change made. We need a second goal where possible, but it's definitely Middlesbrough's game. That double save! Smulders didn't know anything about the second chance, and it just bounced off his body and back into play. And this could be O'Leary, and it is indeed Les O'Leary. Equaliser for Middlesbrough. Not good enough. His positioning there was lamentable, but you just have to grin and bear it, I think. And we'll have to try and go for the win. And my second solution will be to bring on Lewis Mayo. He has actually been given an injection, so it's a big risk bringing him on, but I'm going to do it anyway. The guy does deserve a little bit more first team action. And then my last change will probably be Eoin Messa, but it's a little too soon for that. So Lewis Mayo, can he endure the pain and get us an all-important winner? But it's definitely been Middlesbrough's second half, and I have to demand more. I'm not pleased that we've given away a soft equaliser. But here's Brian Boring, and he's been bundled over by Liam Palmer. And this leaves Henrik Goulden the responsibility. Can the Norwegian get a brace for his troubles? He's got to guess the correct way, and he's done it. The goalkeeper didn't stand a chance with a finish like that, and that very impressively gives Chesterfield the 2-1 advantage. Brian Boring and Loftus-Cheek working the play in triangles with Lenihan, but we're not clearing it, and Michael Henning may break. He doesn't quite finish it off, but that was a great piece of play by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And we're going to go back to standard play. Husband over to Newton. And Lee, oh, it's a great finish, but it's offside. You can hear the groans in the home support. It's disallowed, but a great finish nevertheless. And now I'm going to go back to disciplined, move the attacking wingers into the centre, and then we'll take off Michael Henning, and that'll do very nicely in my opinion. We don't need to bring on Stephenson, he's not really fit enough anyway, and we have a huge game against Manchester United coming up just before the new year arrives, and our FA Cup defence also begins very soon. We'll hopefully get a result against I think it was Watford I drew, I don't remember, or it was Stoke, excuse me, it was actually Stoke City who I drew. So my cup defence begins against a team that made it to just one FA Cup final in its history, and that is of course Stoke City, the Potters. And Davies interception there, but Messa picks it up, and Lewis Mayo, oh, it's brilliant! The two youngsters combine, and that's victory in the bag. 3-1, GG, no re. I got something in my throat, but Smulders is able to parry that one, and I will actually want to take a little sip of my water just to calm my cough down. And this is the final opportunity, cleared by Hoogland. Boring didn't really communicate his pass with Davies, and Lee is all on his own and he has no one to pass to. Therefore the game ends 3-1 in favour of the Spirerites, and I'm really pleased with how the players got down and concentrated on their performance. And indeed Lewis Mayo did make a positive contribution, so he won't be too upset that he took an injection. And he will of course need to take more time to recuperate, and that's fair enough in my opinion. And it was 2 goals for Henrik Goulden, 1 from the penalty spot. It was a little bit of a soft one, but Mark Davies ensured we were going to take the victory without too much hassle, and it was even game actually, but we did very well in possession. Committed too many fouls, but what can you do? And that gives us 7th place, and Swansea are just a point ahead, so that gives us great confidence. But the likes of Chelsea, I believe, yeah, they've gotten a huge win out of Newcastle, and then Arsenal also got a victory, and then Liverpool drew. So the only team that messed up in our current range, it was Liverpool. So Manchester United are going to walk this title again, and unless we deny them a point or 3 at Old Trafford, then I can't really see what I can do to make a different prediction. But there you go, everybody. Satisfactory job. Really pleased. Lewis Mayo is now back on the injury table, and that's my decision, and I'll stick by it. And Stoke sack their manager, so it just seems to be everybody sacking their manager. And there it is, the FA Cup game in just a week's time. That'll be a huge one. The fans will no doubt pack the stadium. We want to win the FA Cup again, and Stoke, just like Newcastle, by sacking the manager, I hope to punish that mistake and advance to the 4th round, where, you know, the big boys really do make it. So that's everything for today. We'll come back for, don't know, actually, maybe Liverpool. I don't live cam them very often, but Liverpool at home will be a good game in the middle of January. Such a busy schedule. I mean, look at the calendar. We'll get it up properly for you now. Where is it? Calendar. Yeah, here it is. Excuse me. So the calendar. There we go. So we go to January 2026. We got Manchester United. We've got Stoke, Everton, Leeds, Liverpool, Sunderland, and then it finally gives us a bit of reprieve there. But it's only going to be the middle of January before that happens. So very, very worrisome that we're going to have to wait that long for a break. But until the next episode, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.